This is Crumbum, the artist for Veteran Comic Con. I'm a comic artist, a writer for the Indie Comic J. I've loved stories ever since I was a kid. Fairy tales, action, love, and hero stories most of all. So what do you need first to tell a good story about a hero? The hero! So, today, we're going to talk about creating a character, the main character of your story, and how to tell a story through character design. First, let's talk about what kind of story you want to tell. Is it a space story, a western, medieval? Me, I usually go with times like our own, like the 90s, the 2020. But today, let's try western. All right. What kind of emotion do you want your hero to have? What is the main, is he angry? She angry? Is the character sad, happy? Like in this case, we're doing a cowboy, so I'm thinking more like Yosemite Sam. But you know what? Just to be funny, let me drop this down a little bit, make it a little bit smaller. I can start out with blue pencil. It's my favorite way to start for myself because I can get roughly make what I need. So let me see. So in the case of emotion, I don't know, you can do all kinds of different types of emotions. Like I like to start with a face first. So, and it's a real quick face, like, so we can give them eyes, a big nose, make them happy, almost insane looking maybe, make them older, give them big ears, maybe even give him like a shot off ear possibly, like because he's a cowboy, he's gonna be doing all those things that cowboys do, rustling cows and shooting cattle rustlers. But this guy could be crazy, give him some sideburns, give him a little hat to wear. He kind of looks like a real good guy. I don't know. I don't want to do happy today. So, how's about we make somebody, let's do the opposite. So, start out with that sad lip, give him the bottom lip. Let's give him a small nose. You know what? Maybe make it a lady. So give her a slight chin, a smaller chin, smaller jaw, bigger eyes. But since she's crying all the time, that's what I'm getting from this face. So she's not happy. Give her some eyelashes. So when you're doing this, you got to think about what's the emotion that you want to convey. And like I said, mine is she's a little sad. So you make her a little bit smaller, and then give her a little bit more hair. I like hair, my curls. A lot of people will also let me go back on that. A lot of people, from the start, like right now, I'm kind of a little bit ahead of that, of doing construction lines and things like that. But maybe I apologize for not doing that and just going straight in. But yeah, we're gonna give her a big old hat, and then let's do some construction lines. So let's see. I want her to possibly, we forgot her tears, right? I want her to possibly be about to, I don't know, maybe she's a villain. So in this case, she's angry, but she's crying. She's mad though. Well, see, what do we want her to do? So a good construction line would be for her shoulder, Then you can figure out, do you want her to be fat, skinny, wiry? Do you like what are you thinking? So even though she's mad, I'm gonna give her the construction line so that she's about to, get into some trouble. She's about to maybe get into a fight or something, into a gun fight. Maybe she's here's the shoulder. Remember, for a woman's shoulders, you want to make them smaller than the man. So, if you're gonna draw a guy, you're gonna give him big shoulders as compared to a woman. See, like a man will come, give him his bottom. You can make him longer. Just for this situation, you're gonna give him like broad shoulders. But for a woman, you want to make sure that, and when you do your construction line, that you give her a smaller chest. A smaller span of shoulder. Because the bigger the shoulders, the more mannish it'll look. And you want to be able to convey whatever gender you want the character to be. And then shoot, it could be a guy with feminine proportions, for comics at least. So that actually does exist. So you can really, the sky's the limit on what you want to do. But for my purposes right now, I'm gonna make her a woman who is average. So so she's a little angry, and we're gonna set, so her shoulders is here. We want to set her hips always kind of coincide with what the shoulders are doing. So in this case, her hip will be going like there, and this is her elbow, and this is her hand. This will be where her hand will go, and bring it. That's the construction line for that. Now, in many cases, and you might not be ready for this, but you have to foreshorten. So she's pointing her gun because she's a rootin' tootin' cowboy, cow lady, cow woman, or cow person, I'm not sure. And so she's pointing her gun right at us. She is mad. She's so mad, she's crying. So now we got her hips, and we're gonna put her leg down, knee. She's not a very tall lady, so we're not gonna give her a great amount of feet. Let's see here. So now I'm gonna bring it up a little bit. Bring that knee a little bit above that one, and that'll convey that her foot is kind of behind her. So that's what we're going for right there. So now we got the construction lines that will build, now that we just need to bring together now. So I like to put the rib cage there. That gives me a good spot. I like to put the clavicle right here, so I know it's the middle of her chest. This is her waistline. Add more for the ribs. Her hips come out, and there we go. We have we're building up. We're building her body through using all the little things, all the little symbols for a real body, things that our eye turns into real things. All these are basically are lines, but by mimicking what we see in real life, our mind tells us, this right here is a woman, or whatever you whatever your mind tells you she is. Let me see. So now we got her mane. So now let's see. Now we can get into the nitty gritty. Okay, so now we know how she's built. Now we can get into what she's wearing, things like that. And now you've created your own character. I'm excited to see where this character goes. Let's take it further and talk about story creation. In the next one, this has been Crumbum, the artist for Veteran Comic Con. Thanks for watching.